Hello, everyone. So, good evening, good morning, whatever it is in your time zone. Also, I'm really sorry. I was here, like I was talking for a good 2 or 3 minutes, and then I realized, oh my God, the OBS and the YouTube is not connected. So I'm really sorry for that. Yes, and I was saying the same thing. I'm not very good with time, so I gave the time of 5:30. I know, but I got late. I was trying to set up everything, and then yeah, like I told you, I went live, but then there was some issues. But now I'm here. Also, today is Teachers' Day, so happy Teachers' Day. So the topic for today is going to be linear equation in one variable, and we are going to cover word problems, easy word problems, then medium word problems, and finally your hard word problems. And for the next few sessions, I will be working on word problems because word problems is also a weak area for the students. And not just weak area because you don't do so much problems on word problems in your schools and you're not very much familiar with those questions. So we'll just try to get familiar with those questions so that it also becomes familiar and easier. Okay. So I don't know why it is showing end stream over here. I think I'll have to just give me a second for this chart section. I don't want this. Yeah. I'll just make this big. Yeah. Perfect. So yeah. And I also put the community post as suggested by a few of you that I should put a community post. So just be here for half hour, 45 minutes. Today it's 45 minutes, but mostly like half an hour. Because I have to set up everything, make thumbnails, and like just change thumbnails a little bit. Thumbnail is the same in all of them, and just get all the PDFs and set up everything, see everything that everything is working fine. So yeah, and I hope you got the notification about the post that I'm coming live at this particular time. Yeah, so let's get started with word problems, easier word problems first. And so I will wait for some more time because I think people will join in some time. So I'll just go and get water. Until then, yeah, you just wait, okay? Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, also, like I say, if you want, you can try out this question while I'm gone. Okay, so you don't feel like, oh my God, what we have to do? Yeah, so I'll be right back. Yeah, so I'm back. I have my water with me, and now we can start. I think sound is also working fine. Yeah. So we'll start with the easier problems first, but we'll just be covering the word problems from this PDF. So the first easy question is question number 4. I'm going to start now. Yeah. So question number 4 is going to be on page number 4. Question says John paid a total of $165 for a microscope by making a down payment of $37 plus P monthly payments of $16 each. Which of the following equation represents this situation? So total is 165 and it is equal to 37. There's a down payment of 37, so that's the constant. And plus every month he's making a payment of $16 and he's doing payment for P months. So equation is going to be 37 plus 16P equals 165. 37 plus 16P equals 165, option C. Okay. So in linear equations, like I told, okay, yeah. So in linear equations, I haven't told you, I'll tell it now. So in linear equations, you have your constant and then you have your slope. So constant is like your down payment or initial one-time fee or the subscribing fee or what like initial value whenever you're starting out, what was the value at that particular time. So that is your y-intercept, the value of b, and then slope is what you do every single month. And those are only your linear equations or linear functions where you keep on increasing by the same amount. So you keep increasing the payment by $16 every single month. Okay. So now the next easy question is question number 11. Okay, you can't see me over here. Now I'm here, back again. Yeah. Also, if you will see, I sort out the questions beforehand. I don't like initial first few lives I was doing it on the live, but now I do it beforehand. That also takes some time. Yeah. Next is question number 11. That's going to be on page number 11. Yeah, that's also an easy question. So what does the question say? The perimeter of an isosceles triangle is 83 inches. Each of the two congruent sides of a triangle has a length of 24 inches. What is the length in inches of the third side? So isosceles triangle, it's a triangle. There are three sides. Perimeter is 83. Perimeter is sum of all sides. Two congruent sides. Congruent means equal. Has length of 24 inches. So if these two are equal, this is 24, this is 24, and we do not know the third side, they want to know what is the length of the third side. Perimeter is addition of all sides, so 24 plus x is equal to 83. If you want, you can directly put it in Desmos. If you want, you can use mental math. 24 plus 24 is 48. X is going to be 83 minus 48. So 83 minus 50 is 33. 33 plus 2 is 35. So the answer is 35 inches, but you just have to write the number. Answer is 35. But here also, we can just write x plus 24 plus 24 equals 83. And you can see over here, press minus sign, that is zoom out. You will see the value is 35. So that's the value of x. So you can also do it through Desmos. You had written something, but now the message is retracted. I do not know. Can you delete the message or does YouTube does it? I have always been thinking about it. Whenever they say the message retracted, who retracts the message? I have always been wondering about it. So if anyone can tell me, it'll be good. Yeah, so this is done. Next question, easy question, is question number 17. So yeah, that's also an easy question. 1 pound of grapes cost $2. At this rate, how many dollars will C pounds of grapes cost? So 1 pound is $2, so C pounds will be 2 C dollars. Okay, because 2 pounds will be $4, 3 pounds will be $6. So C pounds will be 2 times C dollars. It's an easy question, so yeah. Next is question number 18, the next question itself. So over here, a principal used a total of 25 flags that were either blue or yellow for field day. So there are two types of flags, blue or yellow. Total is 25. The principal used 20 blue flags. How many yellow flags were used? So we know blue plus yellow, B is for blue, yellow is Y is for yellow, and that is your total. Blue is 20, Y is equal to 25. So I always just see what are the numbers and what do they represent. So y is going to be 5. 5 flags are yellow. Now the next question is question number 21. That's also on page number 21. Three more than 8 times the number x is equal to 83. More than means plus, times means multiplication. So 3 plus 8 times x. Why is she still shorting? Is equal to 83. Okay. And instead of times, I will use this dot symbol for multiplication because we have x as well. So 3 plus 8x is equal to 83, and they just want the equation, or 8x plus 3 is equal to 83. This is option D. So this is also easy peasy. Now the next one is question number 26. That's also going to be on page number 26. Sorry for the background noise. I have to keep my main door open because my cat is outside so that she can come off. So I'm really sorry if you're able to hear it. If not, then yeah, let's move forward. Nasir bought 9 storage bins that were each the same price. So all 9 storage bins are of the same price. He used a coupon for $63 off the entire purchase. Okay, so whatever total money is, he is subtracting 63 out of it because there's a coupon. The cost for the entire purchase after using the coupon was $27. What was the original price in dollars for one storage bin? So let's say the what was the original price. So we always give variable to what is being asked in the question. So original price of one storage bin is X. You don't have to do all of this, like write everything, but I am writing so that you are able to see how it is being done. One storage bin is X. He bought 9 storage bins. So for 9 storage bins, is going to be 9X. Now there was a discount of 63. So the price he paid is 9x minus 63, and that is 27. So now our equation is 9x minus 63 equals 27. You have to get the value of x. You do it manually. Manually, you can see 9, 63, and 27. All three of them are factors of 9, like all are multiples of 9. So I'll divide the entire equation with 9 because that is how I like to solve it. X minus, this is going to be 7 is equal to 3, x is equal to 10. So 10 is the answer. Or you can also do 9x is equal to 63 plus 27. That's actually 90. So x is equal to 10. Or you can use Desmos. Okay, so in Desmos, you just type the entire equation. You will get a vertical line. 9x minus 63 equals 27. All right, you got 10. So 10 is the answer for this question. Now the next one is 26. Oh, this was 26. The next one is 32. Yeah, all of these are also easy questions, but they're not word problems. So we are just covering word problems. Normal problems I can do later as well. I'm just trying to cover everything important before October. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. Yeah. So Kathy has n CDs. Jerry has 3 more than twice the number of CDs that Kathy has. In terms of n, how many CDs does Jerry have? So it's 3 times twice the number of CDs that Kathy has. So it's 3 plus twice means 2 times. Number of CDs Kathy has is n. So it's 3 plus 2n. So 2n plus 3. Okay. More than always means plus, twice means 2 times. And number of CD Kathy has n series. So this is n. So this is 3 plus 2n. Next one is 34. A gym charges its members a one-time $36 enrollment fee and a membership. See, I told you there will be two kinds of fees. One that you have to pay at one go, like enrollment, subscription, down payment, whatever. And then there's a membership fee of $19 per month. So every month they're charging $19. And there are no other charges because in normal gyms you can have other charges as well. But here there are no other charges. There's just enrollment fee and membership fee. Yeah, now she's back. I'll just go and close the door. After how many months will a member have been charged a total of $188 at this gym? So try to solve this question. I will just go and close the door. Yeah, I'm here now. So the equation is going to be 36 plus 19 and we look for months. How many months? So how many months is not known, so I will call it x. 36 plus 19x and the total is $188. So there are three numbers. 36 is your enrollment fee, $19 is per month, and total is 188. So this is our equation. If you want, you can solve it manually or you can go to Desmos as well. In Desmos, you just need to type 36 plus 19x equals 188. The value is 8. So after 8 months, you'll have to pay $188. If the numbers are simpler, calculations are easier, you can do it manually also. But here, like it's 19 and all that, so you can use Desmos. This was question number 34. Just give me a second. Let me just, yeah, this is better. Next is 54. Three more problems, 54, 55, and 57. So 54. This is also an easy word problem. So a rocket contained 467,000 kilograms of propellant before launch. Exactly 21 seconds after launch, 362,105 kg of this propellant remained. Okay, so you're taking some propellant, right? So on average, how much propellant did the rocket burn each second after launch? So initially it was 467,000 and you keep subtracting how much you subtract, they do not know. That is what they're asking. So let's say each second you are burning X. So for 21 seconds, you will be burning 21x. So 467,000 minus 21x is equal to, remaining is 362,105. So the question tells you every single thing. Initially, it's 467,000, then you're burning each second. How much you do not know. So let's say you're burning X kg each second. Now you're burning for 21. So it's going to be 467,000 minus 21x. 362,105. So for this also you can use decimals because numbers are bigger. So 467,000 minus 21x is equal to 362,105. Now we know the number is going to be bigger because these are like big numbers, right? So now what you do, you just keep zooming out. And you will finally see your vertical line, that's 4,995. So the value of x is 4,995. Yeah. Next is question number 55. Second last question. So Henry receives a $60 gift card to pay for movies online. Okay. He uses his gift card to buy 3 movies for $7.5 each. Okay. If he spends the rest of his gift card balance on renting movies for $1.50 each, how many movies can Henry rent? So he's buying 3 for 7.5, so he's spending 3 times 7.5 there. Plus he's renting 1.50 each, how much we do not know, so it's 1.50x. And that is equal to $60 because the total gift is of $60. So that's your equation. 3 times 7.5 plus 1.50x equals 60. So we just write it 3. Shift 8 for multiplication. 3 times 7.5 plus 1.5x equals 60. You see, the value is 25. So he can rent 25 movies. Got it? Now the next question is 57. This is the last easy question in word problems. So a librarian has 43 books to distribute to a group of children. Okay, there are 53 books. If he gives each child 2 books, he will have 7 books left over. How many children are in the group? So there are 43 books. They're giving 2 books to each child. We do not know number of children. So 43 minus 2x is going to be 7. 2x is going to be 43 minus 7. 36x is going to be 18, or you can also use decimals. So the only important thing is that you know how to write the equation. You could have also written 43 is equal to 2x plus 7. That would have also been perfectly fine. Or 43 minus 2x because you're giving. So you are subtracting something out of those 43 books. So 7 books are left over. So after you have distributed all the books, 7 books are left over. So x value is 18. If you want, you can also solve it using decimals. 43 minus 2x equals 7, and you will get your answer as 18. This is it. BTS is with Army. मैम बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है क्लास करने में. Thank you so much, BTS with Army. Yeah, that means a lot. Yeah. So how many questions were there? There were 11 easy questions. Let me see how many medium word problems are there. There are only 5. And how many hard? There are only 6. So I think it's going to be a smaller session. So, hello, Grandmaster. Just give me a second. I will read the chats now. Yes, I read your comment BTS with Army. Ma'am, बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है क्लास करने में. I read it. Okay, let me. ग्रैंड मास्टर हेलो. जेई दिया है आपने? यार हाँ, दिया तो था, बहुत साल हो गए दिए हुए. मतलब बरसों हो गए दिए हुए. आई अटेम्प्टेड इट इन 2011 and now it's 2024, so it was almost 13 years ago. Yeah, so I gave it 13 years ago. And yeah, उस टाइम पे जेई मेन वगैरह नहीं होता था. उस टाइम पे जेई मेन और जेई एडवांस नहीं होता था. उस टाइम पे आईआईटी और एआई ट्रिपल ई होता था. तो आईआईटी में मेरा नहीं हुआ था, मतलब तो जेई में मेरा नहीं हुआ था. एआई ट्रिपल ई में मेरी रैंक आई थी 27,000. ठीक है. हाँ, तो अभी आगे बढ़ते हैं. And yeah, let's move forward. Yeah, so the easy questions are done. Now we'll move to the medium questions. I will just, you know, read the chats and if there are some, and drink water. You're most welcome, BTS with Army. अरे क्यों ग्रैंड मास्टर? अरे क्यों भाई, कट ऑफ क्लियर नहीं हो पाई थी. कट ऑफ आई थी 229, मेरे आए थे 197, सो कट ऑफ से रह गए थे कुछ कम. What is the suggestion? They're saying there's some suggestion. Current bit rate is higher. 197 क्यों आए थे? ओके, दिस इज़ फन. सो मेरा फिज़िक्स वीक था, तो मेरे फिज़िक्स में बहुत कम नंबर आए थे. उसकी भी पूरी स्टोरी है मेरी जेई के एग्ज़ाम की. सो या, तो मेरे फिज़िक्स में कम आए थे, तो इसलिए नहीं हो पाया था. हाँ, और मैंने पढ़ाई भी नहीं करी थी. आई वाज़न्ट अ वेरी स्टूडियस किड इन माई स्कूल टाइम. सो या, 12th में नया नया फेसबुक का अकाउंट बनाया था. तो फेसबुक पर गेम्स खेलती रहती थी. वो नए नए गेम्स आए थे. सो या, और मूवीज़ देखते रहती थी. इंटरनेट नया नया हाथ में आया था, तो मूवीज़ डाउनलोड करके. बताया तो पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं करी. फेसबुक पे नया नया अकाउंट बनाया था 12th में, तो गेम्स खेलती रहती थी और मूवीज़ देखते रहती थी. और समझ में नहीं आती थी फिज़िक्स. फिज़िक्स वीक, अभी भी वीक है मेरी फिज़िक्स. आई एम नॉट वेरी गुड एट फिज़िक्स इवन नाउ. सो ये अलग बात है कि मेरा मतलब मास्टर्स भी इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में ही हुआ है. सो दैट्स लाइक फिज़िक्स ओनली. बट या, माई फिज़िक्स वॉज वीक क्योंकि 11th में आई डिड नॉट डू कोचिंग, है ना. 11th में आई डिड नॉट डू कोचिंग फॉर जेई मेंस. तो मेरी 11th की फिजिक्स बहुत वीक. अब क्या करूँगी पढ़ के भाई, मैथ्स पढ़ा रही हूँ ना मैं. अभी हो गया जीवन मेरा, अभी की फिजिक्स पढ़ना है मेरे को. माई फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट इज मैथ्स. आई लव मैथ्स. आई कैन डू मैथ्स all day, all night, and all my life. That is why I'm doing it even now. Yeah, so I love maths. It's also not the best, like it's not the best in the world, but yeah, I love it the most and I can do it forever. So that's one thing. And yeah, it's better than any other subject that I know. So that's another thing. Yeah, so my favorite subject is mathematics. It has always been mathematics. It's like my life, it's like my first love. Like whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm crying, maths is your favorite and you are? Yeah, you are my favorite. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. If I'm your favorite, that means a lot. Yeah. So maths is like therapy for me. If I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling angry, if I'm feeling frustrated, if I'm feeling bored, if I'm feeling anything, maths just makes me happy. So maths is that thing for me. It might be something else for someone else. Yeah. So maths is like my therapy. It's my best friend. It's my first love. It's everything for me. And it's also the source of my income. So yeah. Now moving forward, let's do the medium questions. So the first medium question is question number 8. So the equation is given 2n plus 6 is equal to 14. Yeah, I'm just replying to a message. So 6 is going to be our initial value, and they've already told you that tree had a height of 6 feet when it was planted. The equation above can be used to find how many years. So n is a number of years. It took the tree to reach a height of 14 feet. So after n years, the height was 14 feet. Now they want to know what is the best interpretation of 2 in this context. So like I told you in linear equations, there are going to be only two things, y-intercept and slope. Where y-intercept with the initial value is 6, 2 is going to be your slope. Slope is your also rate. That is also talking about how much it grew in 1 year. So they're talking about per year. So in per year, you just have one option. So average number of feet that the tree grew per year. Number of years it took the tree to double its height. Number of years is n. So no. The height of the tree when the tree was 1 year old? No. Average number of years, again, they're talking about years. Years is n. So whenever you see years, you can just cancel it out. So this is done. Now the next question is question number 25. Ma'am, my favorite subject is English and history. I don't, English and history are the two subjects that I never liked in my school. Like I used to run away from those subjects, both English and history, and I never got really good marks also. In fact, in my 12th grade, my entire percentage is 87%. I got 80, it's 87.4. It's 87.4 because I got 70 marks in English. In every other subject, I had like more than 90. In chemistry, I had 87. In theory, it was like if my school had given me full 30 marks, it would have been 89. But yeah, they cut 2 marks and rest were cut in my boards. But yeah, so still I managed to get 87.4 and my English marks were 70. They were the lowest. In fact, in my 10th boards also, my English marks were the lowest. They were 86. So I've never been good with English. And the only reason I did not attempt GRE and I went for GATE was because I was like, I'm afraid of English. शादी हो गई आपकी नहीं हुई? I'm still single. So I'm not married yet. So now let's move to the question number 25. An agricultural scientist studying the growth of corn plants recorded the height of a corn plant at the beginning of study and the height of the plant each day for the next 12 days, okay? So always in word problems, when there's so much information, always read what they're asking. So they're asking what was the height in centimeters of the corn plant at the beginning of the study, okay? So in the beginning, we do not know how much it is. And now how many days we are studying it for? We are studying for 12 days. Now just look at the numbers and try to find out what those numbers mean. So 12 is the number of days. 1.2 centimeters, it grew per day. So 1.2 is your slope. So you'll multiply 1.2 with 12 days because for 1 day it is 1.2. So for 12 days it is going to be 12 times 1.2. If the height of the plant on the last day of the study was 36.8 centimeters, so after 12 days it is 36.8. So now we have our equation ready. Initially we do not know, so we'll call it x. Then it is increasing by 1.2 centimeter per day for the next 12 days, so 1.2 times 12. And finally it was 36.8 after 12 days. This is our equation. You can directly put it in Desmos. X plus 1.2 times 12 equals 36.8. And you're getting your answer 22.4. So what was the height initially? The height initially was 22.4 centimeter. Got it? 14.4. Yeah, that's the answer. Now the next one is 49. English is the, ma'am, actually history is very, yeah, history is very interesting. I know BTS with army, and I always wanted to learn history. Like even now I want to learn history, but I'm just not good at it. And I don't know, maybe if I'll spend more time, I'll get better at it. English is a good subject. Yes, I know. I'm able to speak average English. It's not very good English, but yeah, I'm able to speak average English. And yeah, that's because I've read few novels and I've like practiced to speak in English. So yeah, I'm able to speak in it, but grammar and everything, I don't know. I'm not good with any of the languages, to be very frank. It's not just English. I'm not able to understand any of the languages. That's the case. History is interesting. Yes, I agree with that. Even political science, in fact, the entire of social studies. But I think I am just dumb in those. I won't say dumb because dumb is a very bad word. We should not use it for anybody. But I'm just not inclined to learn it. You know what I'm saying? Like maths, I can do all day, all night. I cannot do history or physics or English for that matter for such a long period of time. So I never put efforts also. Now the next question is 49. So I love maths because uh, there are not many words in it. They're symbols. So it's not just English. Even if it is any language in the world, I will not be very inclined to learn it. Yeah, speaking wise, I'm good in Hindi also. I can speak really good Hindi. I can speak like average English. I can make you understand what I'm saying. And I can speak little bit of Punjabi and Marathi, like very little bit of that. And Haryanvi is my native language, so I can speak Haryanvi fluently. Yeah. But learning wise, teaching wise, or academically, I'm not very good at any of them. So Megan's regular wage at her job is $3 per hour for the first 8 hours of work in a day, plus 1.5 times her regularly hour wage for work in excess of 8 hours that day. On a given day, Megan worked for 10 hours, and her total earnings for that day were $137.50. What is Megan's regularly hourly wage? So over here, what is happening? Megan is working in a company. We know the official timings of company, um, 8 hours. So for 8 hours, the company pays a regular wage. Let's say it's $P. But for overtime, if she's working more than 8 hours, then she's going to be paid extra because she's doing overtime. So if she works in excess of 8 hours, her salary is going to be 1.5 times her regular hourly wage. And what is her regular hourly wage? It's $P. So now she's working for 10 hours. So if I divide those 10 hours, 8 hours are going to be her regular hours, and she's working in excess for 2 hours, so that is her overtime. Now for those 8 hours, she is being paid $P per hour, and for those extra 2 hours, let me also write hours because numbers without units mean nothing. And for the next 2 hours, it is 1.5 times her regular hourly wage. And her regular hourly wage is P. So she is being paid 1.5 $P per hour. So how much she is earning in those 8 hours? It is 8P. For the 2 hours, she is earning 2 times 1.5P. That is going to be 3P. And she earned 137.50. So her total earning was $137.50. So 11P is 137.50. If you want, you can use Desmos also, or you can directly do it. 27, it's going to be $12.5. And why are they writing zero also? Because whenever we are talking about dollars, we have to go up to the hundredths place because last two places are going to tell you the cents. So it's $12.50. So it's $12.50. Okay. So in these kind of questions, what is happening? There is not, these are known as piecewise linear functions. If you have not heard about them yet, you will hear about them in higher classes. So I'll also draw the diagram. So what is happening? There are two different functions. For the first 8 hours, it is like this. And for the next overtime, it increases. So it's like this. Got it? It's not the same function. So here, her slope is p, but here the slope is 1.5p. So for 2 hours, she's going to earn 3p, and for 8 hours, she's earning 8p. Got it? So yeah. ग्रैंड मास्टर भाई पढ़ाई कर लो, वरना फिर वो ये जो अलग सर बोलते हैं ना क्यों नहीं हो रही पढ़ाई, यही रीज़न है नहीं हो रही पढ़ाई, यहाँ पे आई लाइक यू ये सब चल रहा है, तो मतलब हाँ। तो BTS with Ami, मैम ग्रामर बहुत ही आसान है रियली, एंड मैम डोंट कॉल BTS with Ami, my name is Riya. So hi Riya, so you're in 7th standard, oh that's it. So it's really nice to meet you. Yeah, आसान तो होगी, but I like I told you I never spend time on it. So maybe I'll try to get better at it. I promise you that. All right? Yeah. So this is the question here. What is happening? You're having two different functions, why you're having two different functions? Because you're not going to be paid the same amount for all the hours. If you're overworking, if you're doing overtime, you should be paid extra. So they're paying extra. And how much extra they're paying? They're paying 1.5 times the regular amount. Regular amount is your P. Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well. Now the last question, I think, or yeah, two more questions, 56 and 65. So 56. So width of a rectangular dance floor is W feet. The length of the floor is 6 feet longer than its width. Which of the following expresses the perimeter? So width is W, length is 6 longer than its width. Longer means it's additional, so you have to add it. So length is 6 plus W. Because longer, elder, higher, they also means plus sign. Now they want to know the perimeter, and it's a rectangle. So width is W, length is your 6 plus W. Perimeter, you add all the sides, or you can also use the formula 2L plus W. And in L, you write 6 plus W plus W. Six times 2 is 12. 12 plus 4W is the answer. Or you can directly see from here as well. There are 1, 2, 3, 4W. And then you have 6 and 6 plus 12. So 4W plus 12 is your perimeter. Now the last question in medium questions is 65. That's also the last question of this document. A candle is made of 17 ounces of wax. When the candle is burning, the amount of wax in the candle, okay, it's decreasing. Decreases by 1 ounce every 4 hours. If 6 ounces of wax remain in this candle, for how many hours it has been burning? So when they say decreases by 1 ounce every 4 hours, that means your slope is going to be 1/4 because it is 1 ounce in every 4 hours. This is your ounce, this is your hours. So you have 17 ounces in the beginning. Decreasing means you're subtracting. You're subtracting 1/4. How many hours? You do not know the number of hours. Let's say this is x. So 17 minus 1/4 x is equal to 6 ounce because that is remaining. Got it? So it's not just 17 minus x equals 6. It's 17 minus 1/4 x equals 6. All right. And now you can just put the entire equation in decimas. 17 minus x over 4 is equal to 6. And if you can't see the answer, yeah, now you'll be able to see the answer. 44 hours. The candle was burning for 44 hours. That's huge. That's like 2 days continuously. So the only important thing is 1 ounce every 4 hours. So the slope is going to be 1 by 4 because decreases by, increases by is also talking about the slope. All right. Now, what is the value of, I can't see your question. Let me come here. 255 square and 245 square. Okay, there's a trick to do that. 255 square and 245 square. For example, I will just do it here, the extra things. You're trying to find out 255 square. So for all 5, there's a trick. Last digit is 5, so the last 2 digits are going to be 25. Now to find the rest of the digits, you have 25. You just have to do 25 times 26 because a number greater than 25 is 26. And how can you find 25 times 26 also? I'm just, yeah. You can write 26 as 25 plus 1. 25 times 25 plus 25. This is 625. Plus, again, the same thing because 25 squared is going to be 625 because 525 and 2 times 3 is 6. So this is 650. So you just write 650 over here. Your answer is 650.25. So 65,025 is your 255 squared. And for 245 square, what you will do? I will show here only. $25 is going to be there because it is 5 in the last. And now you have 24. So the number next to 24 is 25. So basically you have to write 24 times 25 over here. Same thing. 24 you can write as 25 minus 1. So again it becomes 25 squared minus 25. 25 squared is 625 minus 25, that's 600. 625, there's one more way that you can do is 24 you write as 12 times 2 times 25. 25 times 2 is 50, or 24 is divisible by 4. So you can actually write it as 4 times 6 as well. Now 4 times 25 is 100, so it's 6 times 100, it's 600. Same thing you could have done in 25 times 26 also. 25 times 2 times 13, because 26 is not divisible by 4. 25 times 2 is 50, 50 times 13, 13 times 5 is 65. So 650. So 245 squared is 60,025. For 255 squared, it is 65,025. I hope you got the answer. And now I'm erasing all of this. If you want, I've made a video on this also. A trick to find the squares of 2-digit and 3-digit numbers. You can go and check that out as well. So there are tips to how to find the square of 2-digit numbers, of 3-digit numbers, and when you have 5 at the end, all those tips have been shared there. Now the medium questions have been covered. Hi, Abel. So in hard also there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 problems. First hard problem is 1. Question number 1. So let's go to question number. Oh my God, you were not able to see any of it. I will show it one more time because I do not know if it were here or not. So again, 255 squared, because you have 5 at the last, it will be 25. Now you just have to find what comes before it. You just multiply 25 with 26 because 25 plus 1 is 26. Now our job is to find 25 times 26. You can write 26 as 2 times 13. 25 times 2 is 50. 50 times 13. 13 times 5 is 65. So it's 650. So 65,025 is 255 squared. And now to find 245 squared, 25 will still be there. But now we'll be multiplying 24 with 25. And 24 you can write as 4 times 6 because 25 times 4 is 100. 100 times 6 is just 600. So the answer is 60,025. I hope I answered your question. Now we're going to the question number 1. Hi Rudra, nice to meet you too. Yeah. So now what the first question is saying? Hector used a tool called an auger to remove corn from a storage bin at a constant rate. Oh, I always read what they want to know. If auger continues to remove corn at this rate, what is the total number of hours? What is the total number of hours? Okay. Hector will have been using the auger when 12,840 bushels of corn remain in the bin. Okay. And he is removing corn at a constant rate. Constant rate means it's a linear function. The bin contained 24,000 bushels of corn when Hector began to use the auger. Okay. After 5 hours of using the auger, 19,350 bushels remained in the bin. So if we can find the equation, we can also find this question, right? So here are two variables. First is your bushels of corn. The second is hours. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use regression in Desmos. There are multiple ways of doing this, but I will be using regression. So the first point is going to be 0, 24,000 because at 0 hours it is 24,000. After 5 hours it is 19,350. And the equation is going to be y is equal to ax plus b. The b value is already given, known to us, that is 24,000. So I've used this point because this is your b. So using the, or you can also write mx plus b because m is the slope. That's the notation we all are comfortable with. So using this 0.5 comma 19,350, I can find the value of m. And once I know the slope, I can find out the number of hours. And in the third one, I do not know what are the number of hours, so I'm going to call it h or x1, that's better. And y is 12,840. Once you have the points, you just need to get the value of m. There's only one parameter that you want to know, m. So you will just need 1 point. How can you get it? Y is 19,350. For this, I will not be using regression. Yeah, I will show you it some other time. The value of x is 5. 19,350 plus equals 5m plus 24,000. And it does not, Desmos does not understand m, so we'll just put x over here. So it's a negative value, and it has to be a negative value because you're decreasing. So the value of m is negative 930. Now you know your equation is y is equal to mx plus b. Y is 12,840. M is negative 930. X I have to find out. B is 24,000. So now you put in that 12,840 equals negative 930x plus 24,000. So it's 12. So x is 12. So the number of hours are 12. Okay. This is method 1. No points we will always need. So this is method 1. Method 2 is you have 2 points. Your equation should be y is equal to mx plus b. So in Desmos, you create a table. Write these 2 points. Then on the second one, you write y1. How to get this? Before 1, you can see this sign. So you just have to press shift and then press the key before 1. Why we are using y1 and x1? Because in table, you will be having x1 and y1. You will get the values of m and b over here. Once you have these values, you can simply write 12,840 equals mx plus b. You will get the value of x. So these are, you don't need to put the values of m and b because the Desmos is already stored over here. So let's try this method also. Creating a table, 0, 24,000, 5, 19,350, mx1 plus b. You can see the value of m is negative 930, b is 24,000. And then you just write 12,840 equals mx plus b. Red color we are looking for. The value of x is 12. So this is how also you can solve. Take your time to understand what we are doing. We're doing 2 different methods. There's one more method, but that will be time taking, but I will tell it as well. So this is using regression. This is known as regression, linear regression. So Desmos is capable enough to give you the equation also if you provide just with the points. Over here, we are doing more mental math. We are applying a lot of logic over here. There I'm not applying any logic. I'm just putting the points. I'm just saying that I want equation in this form. Give me the value of m and b. For example, here we're trying to find out what is the value of b. Is it given to us? Then how can we find the slope? For slope, you can also just do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay? So there are multiple ways of doing this. Now the third method is there is a constant rate. So make slopes equal. You have 0, 24,000, 5, 19,350, and x, we do not know, 12,840. So first I will take these 2 points, write my slope. It is going to be 19,350 minus 24,000 over 5. And because slopes are equal, next 2 points I will be taking these ones. Here it is 12,840 minus 24,000 over x. And in Desmos, rational functions are not very good, so you just cross multiply. X times 19,350 minus 24,000 is equal to 5 times 12,840 minus 24,000. So I took slope using these 2 points, I took slope using these 2 points, and the slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. I applied those formulas. Okay. And you can also put this and get the value of x. $19,350 minus 24,000 equals 5 times 12,840 minus 24,000. Again, you will get the value of x as 12. So these are 3 different methods. You can choose whatever you want. Method 1, if you can if you can interpret the points, then you can do this, get the value of m, and then apply it back. If you're like, no, I don't know, so you can use this method. This is regression. You just put the points in the table, then you just write y1 mx1 plus b. It will give you the values of m and b. And in the next line, because you want to find out x, you just write 12,840 equals mx plus b. You will get the value of x. Or in the third step, because the rates are constant, that means slopes are going to be equal. So you're finding slopes using the first 2 points or first and third point. So that's how we do it. Abel, my name is Angel. Hi, Angel. Now the next hard question is question number 7. Ellen drives an average of 100 miles each week. Okay. So each week he's driving 100 miles. His car can travel an average of 25 miles per gallon of gasoline. So if in 1 gallon of gasoline, it can go 25 miles. Ellen would like to reduce his weekly expenditure on gasoline by $5. So he want to reduce his expenses by $5. Gasoline cost $4 per gallon. So for 1 gallon, the cost is $4, and in 1 gallon, he is going 25 miles. Which equation can Alan use to determine how many fewer average miles m he should drive each week? How many fewer average miles he should drive? We're talking about that. So now if he's driving m miles, he would be spending those $5. So if you want to save $5, he's saving those m miles. Okay. So actually we want dollar and miles. So I will write dollars here. I will write miles over here. Now in $4, you are able to go to 25 miles because for both of them, it's per gallon. So in 1 gallon, you are able to go to 25 miles, and 1 gallon cost $4. That means what? With $4, you can go up to 25 miles. Now you want to save $5. So how many miles you are saving? You are driving m fewer miles. So $5 is 5 miles, and this is a ratio and proportion or a directly proportion question. Y is equal to mx is the equation for this one. I won't be using m because it's used for some other purposes, but this is your equation. Okay. So your price is dependent on the miles. Got it? There, because your y-intercept is not going to be anything. So over here, whenever it's a ratio or a proportional, directly proportional, you can cross multiply and get your answer. So this 100 is redundant. I don't need this information at all. So you're getting 4m is equal to 5 times 25. And if you see the options, you have m times something. So it's either 25 over 4 or 4 over 25. So I'll be dividing 25 on both sides. It's 4 over 25 m equals 5. This is our equation. Or you could have used y is equal to ax as well. 4 is equal to 25a. So your slope is actually 4 over 25. So again, y will be 4 over 25x. This is the second method. How do I know miles is x and dollars is y? Because miles is in your control. Dollars are dependent on the number of miles. So miles is independent. You can go as many miles as you want, but money is dependent on how many miles you're going. That is why miles is x, dollars is y. So y is 4 over 25x, y is 5, x is m. So that is how also you can get it. I hope you got it. Okay. Next is question number 20. So this 100 miles each week, that was not really of any importance. Okay. So you can use cross multiplication or you can use a equal. So both methods are also fine. Yeah, I was just scheduling a class. This was question number 7. Next question is question number 20. 1, 2, 3, 4 more questions. Yeah. So a certain product costs a company $5 to make. That's final message. Yeah. So it is costing $65 to make. So $65 it has to spend. The product is sold by a salesperson who earns a commission that is equal to 20% of the sales price of the product. I'll just have water. So has to pay, right, to the salesperson. Profit the company makes for each unit, they're also giving you what is the profit. Profit is for each unit is equal to the sales price minus the combined cost of making the product and the commission. So it's sales price minus you're combining the cost and the commission. If the sales price of the product is $100, so sales price is $100. Which of the following equations gives the number of units you product the company sold profit of 6,840? So now they're saying profit is cost, sorry, sales price. So I'm going to write SP over here. minus CP plus commission. Basically, you're subtracting both cost price and commission, and the number of units is U. So first we'll find for 1 unit. SP is 100 minus CP is 65. Now how much is commission? Commission is 20% of sales price. Percent is always divided by 100. Off is multiplication. Sales price is 100. So this is 100 minus 65 minus 0.2 times 100. So here what you can do, because you have 0.2 and 1 minus something like that, that is why I'm doing this. Otherwise, because I'm manipulating because of the options. If options were not like this, I will just simplify it and get my answer. So now we can take 100 common. It's 1 minus 0.2 minus 65 for 1 unit. We want for U unit, so you will multiply the entire thing with U. And profit is equal to how much? It's 6840. This is the option, because 100 minus 0.2 times 100 minus 65. 100 is your sales price, 0.2 times 100 that you're subtracting is your commission, and 65 is also your cost. Okay? So option A is correct, because when you distribute it, you're getting the exact same thing as here. All right? So you can also distribute the options, or you can also combine the expression over here. So profit is always whatever you're earning minus whatever you have to spend to earn that money. Got it? Next one is question number 36. That is page number 36. Okay, there are a lot of table. Okay. Which of the following best approximates the original price in dollars of Glenview Street property? So they're talking about Glenview. Okay. So Townsend Realty Group invested in 5 different properties. Okay. The table shows the amount in dollars of the company paid for each property and the corresponding monthly rental price the company charges for the property at each of the 5 locations. Townsend Realty purchased Glenview Street property and received a 40% discount of the original price, along with an additional 20% off the discounted price for purchasing the property in cash. Okay, what was the original price? So in Glenview, the purchase price, because you're purchasing it, purchase price is 140,000. So we do not know what is the original price. Let's say the original price is X. You're giving a 40% discount. So now your price is going to become 40% off means you're charging 60%. So 0.6x. Or you can write 60% of x. 60% of original price. Yeah. And now out of this price, you're also giving additional 20% off. So cash discount price is going to be, because it's 20% off, That means you're charging 80%. So it's going to be 80% of 60% of x. Got it? So now this 80% of 60% of x is equal to how much? Purchase price is given. This is your purchase price. This is where you finally purchased it. And that is 140,000. Write this in Desmos, you will get the value of x. So you just have to write 80, percentage sign is shift 5. And then you can also include parentheses, brackets, shift 5, x, and it is equal to 140,000. And now you just keep zooming out. You're getting your value. It's 291,666.67. So they're talking about approximation. It's 291,700. So this you can write as it is in Desmos. Now I just want to see if you can also write, because you're giving 20% off. No, you cannot do that. So yeah, so you have to understand if they're saying that it's 20% off, that means you have to pay 80%, remaining 80%. If there's a 40% discount, that means you have to pay 60%. Okay? I hope this is also clear. Now the next is 41. So the previous one was a discount question. You're just giving too many discounts, and discounts is a percentage. So you can also just write off. Desmos writes itself. So for example, if I just write 60 and I write percents, it automatically adds off. I'm not writing off. Understand that as well. So each side of a 30-sided polygon has one of three lengths. So it's a 30-sided polygon and it has one of three lengths. The number of sides with length 8 centimeter is 5 times the number of sides n with length 3 centimeter. There are 6 sides with length 4 centimeter. Which equation must be true for the value of n? It's a 30-sided polygon, right? So total number of sides are 30. Number of sides is 5 times the number of sides n. So this is going to be 5n because it is 5 times n. So you have 5n. 5n sides are having length 8 centimeter. N sides are having length 3 centimeter. And 6 sides are having length 4 centimeter. So this length, we are not interested in that. We are only interested in sides. So this is our equation. 5n plus n plus 6 equals 30. 5n plus n is 6n. 6n plus 6 equals 30. So the sides are only to, the lengths are only to confuse you. Those numbers don't mean anything. They can be anything. They're inconsequential to the question. We only need to know that there are only three lengths. So number of sides with length 8 centimeters is 5 times the number of sides n with length 3 centimeter. So the number of sides with length 3 centimeter are going to be n. The number of sides with length 8 centimeter will be 5 times n because it is 5 times that number. And there are 6 sides, so there are also 6 sides. So there are 3 different sides, n, 5 and 6. And total is 30. So when you add all of them together, it becomes 30. That was 41. Next one is 59. And that is the last one. So our science teacher is preparing the 5 stations of a science laboratory. Each station will have either experiment A materials or experiment B materials, but not both. So there are 5 stations, either experiment A or experiment B, not both. Okay. Experiment A requires 6 teaspoons of salt. Experiment B requires 4 teaspoons of salt. X is the number of stations set up for experiment A. Remaining stations set up for experiment B. Which of the following expressions represent total number of teaspoons of salt required? So total stations are 5. So first we'll talk about stations. Total is 5. Then X is for experiment A. We do not know how much are for experiment B. So for experiment B, it is going to be 5 minus x because out of 5, x are for experiment A. So remaining are 5 minus x. Got it? So it's going to be total minus A. That is how I'm getting 5 minus x. Now they want to know about teaspoon of salt. So here we want teaspoons of salt from A, experiment A, plus from experiment B. From A, it is 6 teaspoons of salt. Okay. And there are x number of stations. So this is going to be 6 times x. Plus experiment B requires 4. And how many stations are there? 5 minus x. Because in one station it is 4 teaspoons. And 5 minus x, it will be 4 times 5 minus x. So 6x plus 20 minus 4x. This is 2x plus 20. So 2x plus 20 is the number of teaspoons of salt required. So first we found out the number of stations, then we multiplied. Hi Sandesh, good evening. So yeah, Sandesh, I put up the community post as you suggested. So I hope you were able to see that. Yeah. Okay, because experiment A requires 6 teaspoons of salt, that is only for one station. But how many stations are there for experiment A? There are x stations. So total teaspoons of salt is going to be 6 times x. The number of stations for experiment B is 5 minus x. For one station it is 4 teaspoons, so it is going to be 4 times 5 minus x. So 6x plus 20 minus 4x is 2x plus 20 is the number of teaspoons of salt required. Okay? Yes. Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. But yeah, this is a very short live. This is, I think, the shortest live that I've gone. Yeah, it's 1.5 hours. So now I'll be going because this particular topic, word problems are done. In the next live also, I'll be talking about the word problems. Next time, I'll be taking linear functions. Because you have linear functions, linear equations in 2 variables, system of linear equations, and linear inequalities. So I'll be taking word problems for all of them, in not just in one live, but in different live sessions. Yeah, so for now we are done. We covered linear equations and 1 variable word problems. I just got a class schedule, otherwise I would have gone longer. But yeah, for today we are done. And once again, happy Teachers' Day. And yes, I will try to uh, put up the community post every single time. Like I put it 12 hours before. So I will try to put it as before as I can, and I will try to be on time. But trust me, punctuality is not one of my greatest. So yeah. Okay, that is it. We're done. I'll see you soon. Yeah. Till then, take care of yourself. Eat healthy, exercise, stay healthy, study a lot, and do whatever you feel like doing. So, and follow your heart. So that's it, we are done. Bye.